There's an Arctic blast coming.
So we thought we'd show you some of the things that we do to prepare. The main thing we would have done is go further south, but we're already on the coast, so not much further south. Even Florida's getting some of the cold air. We're going to capture some of the things on video that we would do if not for you to remind us to do it next time. What worked and what didn't work.
It kind of lets our family know that we're not going to freeze to death out here.
True. One of the things I'm a little worried about is our refrigerator has an ice maker. So behind this panel is a shutoff valve for the ice maker. So I'm thinking about adding a little bit of insulation to help create an air gap between the cold metal and the inside. So it actually feels really nice and warm in here. So I'm not too worried about it now, but I'll put a little insulation in the back here. Earlier we bought some filter material. I don't know if this is really going to help. Makes me feel better to maybe add a little gap here, like that. Put the Reflectix up on top of that. We'll seal it in tight in the frame, and going to put some mounting tape or double-sided tape to help hold it up. One other thing we're going to do is a remote temperature probe. We'll keep it back here so if it does start getting dangerously cold, I can have a heater or a fan blowing air into the bottom. This is a residential refrigerator, so it has on the bottom. So if we need to, we can blow room air temperature underneath it to help warm up the back. So this will help me keep an eye on it.
We have 35 gallons of fresh water right now, but because we're turning the water off and unhooking the sewer, we're going to fill the freshwater tank pretty much all the way full to make sure that we have plenty of water to get through this cold spell. We have about 65 gallons, and that should be plenty for us for 2 days.
So our holding tanks or everything are up above. They're not exposed to the outside air. So that's really nice. And our bay is heated. When we have our propane heat running, it'll blow hot air in here to keep everything nice and warm. But if for some reason the propane goes out, this will keep things warm. Instead of just being a heater, it actually has what's called a thermocube. And a thermocube is something that comes on when the temperature gets down to 35 and cuts off when it gets above 45. So the heat will only come on if it gets down to freezing inside the bay. We've done all our dishes, taken our showers for days, so we're going to close up. When we had the sewer hose hooked up, there's a big hole in the bottom. So to keep the warm air inside, we're going to disconnect the sewer hose and put the cap back in place. Another way to keep the warm air inside. The last thing we do is disconnect our freshwater hose. We did buy a heated water hose when we stay somewhere long term. Since this drop in temperature is only a couple nights, don't really want to pull it out and deal with it and then put it back. So we're just going to disconnect our freshwater hose and use our holding tank. Sort of like we're boondocking.
We use Reflectix in the windows a lot during the summertime to keep the heat out. But with these expected temperatures getting below 20, we're going to put the Reflectix in the windows to help keep the heat in. After it's in, we pull down our sunshade and our nightshade. We'll do the same thing with the front sunshade.
Ooh. Bye, Shelly.
Oh no, I have Shelly in the way. And the privacy shade. Shelly normally looks out the window, but now that it's cold, she gets to look at us. We've closed the front blinds. Let me show you what we do to the bedroom windows. We found another way, kind of by accident, on how to keep it warm and toasty back here in the bedroom. We have these pillows that I made when we first got the RV, and we just stuff them right into the window. It's falling, but right here in the window. And it helps keep the cool air coming in from the window, and it also helps to keep the light from coming in the windows. Another way that we keep things toasty is here's the control for the electric mattress pad. A lot of people probably are like, oh, I have an electric blanket, and those work fine, but the electric mattress pad, Oh my goodness, the heat difference is wonderful. You set that on 10 about 15 minutes before coming to bed, and you crawl in and it's just like a nice little warm cocoon. It feels so good. Instead of using handmade pillows up in our air vents, we bought special covers that go into the air vents. And this helps, again, it helps in the summer and in the winter. Keeps it nice and toasty. It's the day before the big freeze. We're doing what everyone else is probably doing. We're going to Walmart.
Making a bread. Well, we don't eat bread. Making a beer. Well, we don't drink beer.
Milk?
Definitely making a milk run. Gotta have our cereal.
To be fair, we needed to go grocery shopping anyway, but we're gonna do it today instead of waiting when it's cold out.
Well, we woke up and it's 22 degrees outside. The area behind the refrigerator, 68 degrees. The area in the wet bay, 56 degrees. Inside the RV, it was staying 66 degrees, which is comfortable for us.
I took the pillows down that we had in this window in our bedroom, and of course there's moisture, so I took the pillows out so they wouldn't get wet, but we do have ice. The pillows kept us warm last night. We stayed nice and toasty warm last night. We woke up to some ice on the windows. We have tiles behind us because there's still ice on these windows. I want to catch the water as it melts. Something we did not think about doing is, before we got dressed, we probably should have taken our clothes out of the wardrobes because our clothes were very cold to put on this morning. But we survived. Today's the day where the high is only 30 degrees. So I promised to it yesterday that today we could binge watch a TV show called Ghosts that we like. We are taking a break to come outside and get some fresh air, and it's cold.
So I think we'll go back inside now.
Yes.
We're in Baton Rouge. More importantly, we're at the
Zoo.
It's a little chilly out. Today is Wednesday, and they had some big discounts. Today is very cold, so we're not sure how many animals we're going to see.
We're going to watch animals hibernate.
Is that like watching paint dry?
It might be.
Maybe we'll get some videos for you, pictures. If not, you'll see some pictures of us.
It'll be a fun place to walk around if nothing else.
Yeah.
Look, we already spotted a baby elephant. I see monkeys, and I'm not looking in a mirror.
What do you see, Debbie?
I see a rhinoceros, and he sees us.
He's just staring at you, Debbie.
Came to the zoo, and we were fortunate enough to find a squirrel.
There's a white bird on the outside of the fence.
What are those pink birds? Are they flamingos? If they are, I had no idea they could get up into a tree.
Looks like Debbie's found a new friend. They're very clear. No fishing with hands. Alright, if you come to Louisiana, you gotta find the crawfish. So when I was growing up, we'd call these crawdads and try to catch them in the creeks. And we'd put them back.
This is a Google Eye fish.
Just call me the fish whisperer.
That's right. Well, hi there.
Looks like he's missing his arms, but they're just pulled in really tight. Cat's little rattler back there. Wow, I think it's big. Well, they have these as just a generic box turtle. They're definitely not as decorative as the ones in South Carolina. We just came from the fish and reptile aquarium. It's nice and warm in there for this cool day.
That was nice.
Debbie, where are we going?
We're going to see the otters.
Yay! Now that's a good reason to stay on the boardwalk, to avoid the poison ivy restoration project. Alright, in the otter house they have a quiz. Spanish moss is a member of this plant family. If you watched your earlier videos, you'll already know the answer to this. Multiple choice. Is it a willow, asparagus fern, or pineapple? It says open the door to discover. Pineapple. Some people wait to see otters in the wild like Jimmy and Natalie in California. We'll take out what we can in the zoo. He's gonna move. It's a bobcat. Bobcats are named for their tails. They're 4 to 7 inches long. It looks like they've been bobbed or cut off. These are carnivores and they can leap up to 10 feet. They live 10 to 14 years and weigh 16 to 45 pounds. Yep, pretty much like any other cat.
Because the feathers are pink, I thought these were flamingos, but they're not. They're spoonbill birds. Oh, thank you. This is a better photo op for you. I appreciate it.
That one's talking through the gate, trying to talk to the other ones. Look like we've never been to a zoo before, doesn't it? We're just taking pictures of all these animals.
They're cute.
Debbie is definitely attracted to bright colors and bright feathers. Peacock's coming to pay us a visit. All right, Debbie, who's better looking?
You, of course.
Was that a different kind of peacock? Or if that's like an albino peacock or something. If you saw in the background, we're actually at the flamingo exhibit.
We just saw the tall brown one come out of the little house area. I think it's so cool that they made the doors tall enough that the giraffe doesn't have to duck his head to come out.
We're checking out the hippos. These are pygmy hippos. I don't know how warm the water is, but it's cold out here in the air. Hey Debbie, here are your new friends.
Go one and go two.
They have a petting zoo over here. You ready to go check it out?
Yes. Hi. How you doing? Yeah. Hi, baby.
All right, he's checked to see if Debbie has food. Now he's seeing if I have any. Hey, I don't have any food. Nope. Right, there you are. Nothing here. No.
Oh, there goes the map. He's eating our park map. We found a prairie dog habitat. That is so cool. You guys know we've never seen a wait a minute. I think we spotted a prairie dog. We did spot a prairie dog. Should we give him a carrot? Uh-oh, he came up on the other one. Oh, there he is. This is an advanced prairie dog. This prairie dog is taking a video of us.
You ever wonder what it's like to be a prairie dog? Well, here we are in a prairie dog nest. Now let's see what it's like to look around. There's people taking a picture of me and my cactuses.
As you can see, we got here at feeding time. I was afraid of bats, like the little tiny ones that we've seen in previous videos, but I would be very scared of these.
When I'm warming himself in front of the lights.
Like, these are the bats from horror movies. We hope you enjoy the highlights from our visit to the Baton Rouge Zoo. This was a lot of fun, and because it is very close to Christmas and a little cold outside, there were not very many people here at all. The animals were active, which surprised us. We had a lot of fun, and I hope that shows through in the pictures. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!